Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Flinders University, the College of Medicine and Public Health, and most importantly, welcome to Paramedicine. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. For those of us here at Bedford Park campus, it's the Kaurna people, and for our guests watching from our Darwin campus, you're meeting on the lands of the Larrakia people. I also acknowledge all the lands in which Flinders University has campuses. We also pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging.
So I'd like to give a really warm welcome to Flinders University. This is Simona Lacauteur, and she's our Pro-Vice Chancellor Indigenous. And this is Professor Romy Lawson, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor. And we're located at University in Perilla. We'd like to acknowledge all the traditional owners and custodians on the lands of which our university is located, within South Australia and Northern Territory. And whether you're studying on one of those campuses or online, we warmly welcome you to Flinders University. Yulgarinthi in Perilla means meeting place in Ghana, and we were gifted the word Yulgarinthi, which means to impart, to inform and communicate. We're right next to Yulgarinthi Temple, the building where our Aboriginal students come and learn. So to start your journey with Flinders, we're privileged to have Cliffy Wilson with us today. He's here from the Kumakaru and he's going to do a welcome to country for us.
Nyankeramera, Namani, Nana Cliffy Kanku, Naji Wilson, Nagana, Najiri, Naranga, Najiri, Abdulayo. Naru Changagana Mena, Naru Tambri, Naru Gani Kagatikandi. Nawang dari mana juga negara negara, naji juga dari negara, najalia. Good morning to each and every one of you on the today. My name is Cliffy Wilson, but I also go by Tunku and Manachi, which are both my traditional Kaurna names down here in the city of Adelaide. So Tunku is my totem, and my totem is the King Brown Snake, one of the most famous animals in the world. Also, Manachi is just my birth order name, which translates to the fourth born and male of my family. I'm a proud Kaurna man from here in the city of Adelaide, but also a proud Nungi man from up on the lower edge of the Coorong on the Further Peninsula. My family title is sent out to the Naranga people on the York Peninsula, also to the Nungi people on the Flinders Ranges, and last but not least, the Arran people in the Northern Territory Alice Springs. I'm here this morning at Flinders University in Bedford Park, also known as Yulgarinthi in Perilla, which translates to meeting place, which is located on the Kaurna lands. And on behalf of the Kaurna people, I'd like to welcome those who are situated here in Flinders Uni at Bedford Park on Kaurna lands, but also welcome those across South Australia who are located on other Aboriginal lands. They pay respect to the traditional custodians of those regions and also pay respect to their cultural and spiritual beliefs, and is still important to the living Aboriginal people today. Also, we do have campuses located in the Northern Territory, so I'd like to pay respect to the traditional owners of those regions. And to the staff and the students, they will take care of these campuses and the surrounding communities of these areas like the Aboriginal people have for many thousands of years. But also, they will pay respect to the cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Aboriginal people across the country and recognise that their connection to the land, the sky and the waterways that surround connect us are still strong, still as important, but also still as important to the living Aboriginal people today. I would like to finish up by saying Nachalia and Nakada. Nachalia means thank you in Kaurna language, and Nachalia means we'll see you again without passing me. To all students, I would like to wish you all the best for the remainder of the year and for your future studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cliffy, for offering us our welcome to country and also the acknowledgement of all the traditional owners on which our universities are located.
So welcome to all our new students. I hope you have an amazing first semester and remember, have fun.
Good afternoon. My name is James Venn, and I'm the Bachelor of Paramedicine, first year coordinator, and I'll also be your host today. Welcome to everyone who's here at Bedford Park in person, and to those in the Darwin campus, and to everyone else online watching from afar. Welcome. I would like to take this opportunity to be the first to congratulate you. It's a big achievement to be admitted into this very competitive, high-quality course, and you should be very proud for yourself for making it here. Please make sure you take some time to reflect on all the hard work you have already put in just to get to this point where you are today. You are, however, going to be required to put in a lot of hard work. Lean into the challenge, support one another, take pride in the small improvements, celebrate your wins, and also learn from your setbacks as well. This is all part of your personal growth and journey to being a professional registered paramedic at the end of your course. At times, you will also be confronted with some unpleasant things. That is the nature of the career that you are now beginning. Rest assured that we have the people and processes in place to ensure that you are supported every step of the way. As your first year coordinator, I'm just one of the many people who are here to look out for you and to help you find your way and your place in this degree within the college at Flinders University. I'm also one of the many Flinders Uni staff members here who are registered paramedics working for either SA Ambulance or St John Northern Territory. We're all here to support you and guide you through the next few years. I know exactly what you need to do over the next few years to prepare for a long and rewarding career and what you are in for over the course of your study, as I'm also a graduate of this very course. So, what do we have in store for you this afternoon? You will hear from several speakers from within the degree, the university, and some external guests too. The session will last for about an hour and a half. And then after you'll have an opportunity to go visit the teaching area, in which some of you have already visited, interact with many of our speakers downstairs, head to the stalls, check out some of the services available to you here at uni. Have a go at some CPR already on our mannequins with our peer educators and peer mentors who you have met already, hopefully. And we got some pizzas as well where you entered. So for now, I'm going to play this video made by some Flinders students regarding some important messages, and then we'll get into our speakers today.
Welcome to Flinders University. This is your guide to getting started, staying connected, and finding support. Let's go. First things first, Wi-Fi. Connect to the edge of your own Wi-Fi using your student plan and Flinders password. For more information, head to the Wi-Fi page on our Flinders website. Flow, or Flinders Learning Online, is the main platform that the university uses. It runs off a platform called Canvas, so you may hear people call it by that name too.
Need help with Flow? Head to the Orientation Events Plan page and register at the Intro to Flow session. If you need help to enroll and register, there is plenty of support available to make the process smooth and stress-free. You can submit a request via Ask Flinders, or you can visit Flinders Connect in person for personalised assistance, or watch the Student System How-To Guides on YouTube for quick visual guides. You also need to order your student ID card. This can be done via the Order My ID Card app on your Opti dashboard, or just visit Flinders Connect on level 1 at Bedford Park.
You can pick it up from Flinders Connect or even get it posted. Just make sure your address is up to date, and you can even choose your preferred name.
Flinders Connect is your one-stop support hub for all things student life, helping with enrollment, fees, exams, graduations, ID cards, scholarships, and general inquiries.
Flinders also offer a huge variety of scholarships, which you can find on our Flinders scholarship page. Getting to Flinders? No problem!
Take the train straight to Flinders Station or hop on a bus with heaps of routes, including all the buses which keep us connected, so you're never more than a bus ride away.
If you're driving to campus, don't panic, there's plenty of room to park on campus. Just make sure you download Sellercart and grab a big permit to avoid racking up those fines we all love.
Feel unsafe. Security is here for you 24/7. Just ring 8201-2080 or find hotline phones around campus. If you experience harassment or unacceptable behavior, you can always make a confidential report. It doesn't start a complaint, it starts support. You can find the library at level 2 at Bedford Park. Chat with librarians, access photos, videos, textbooks, journals, and more.
Need academic support? Visit the Learning Lounge. The Student Learning Support Service is here to help with referencing, academic writing, and more, online or in person. Better You connects you with wellbeing resources, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Check it out to look after you.
You can see a doctor, counsellor, or disability advisor through health counselling and disability services available on level 3 of the Student Centre building by phone or online appointments. These appointments can be bulk billed or covered by an overseas health card. Contact them on 08-8201-2118, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays.
Oasis is your well-being space. There's free tea and coffee, programs and social events, markets and well-being programs.
Are you an international student? Come over to the International Student Services where you're supported through advice, volunteering, social events, meet and greets, and much more.
We currently support Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students with tutoring, study spaces, financial support and community.
If you're a student with disability or mental health conditions, visit the University Specialist Employment Partnership Team. The USEP team offers specialized on-campus employment help in partnership with the Community Bridging Services.
Ready to kickstart your career? Careers Hub is here to help you build resumes, networking, business ideas, and placements to jumpstart your career.
More details on all the services discussed in this video are available on the link above.
And just remember, university is more than just classes. It's about finding your path, building your future, and accessing support.
And don't forget, have fun along the way. We're super excited to have you here.
Welcome to Flinders.
Cool, and for any more information, you can scan that QR code for anything that was talked about then. But for now, I'd like to introduce you to our first speaker, Vula, who is the Teaching Program Director of the College of Medicine and Public Health, to say a few words.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Flinders University and to the College of Medicine and Public Health. As Jane mentioned, my name is Vula Gaganis and I'm the Teaching Program Director of all of the clinical programs within the college, which Paramedicine sits in. And I'm here today representing college leadership to welcome you to the college and say congratulations for getting into the course. We're really proud of you and can't wait to work with you. So why am I here speaking to you? And it's actually because my role connects very closely with your student journey, and I work very closely with all of your wonderful paramedicine coordinators, your TCs as we call them, your topic coordinators, and also your course coordinator as well. And you will also see me in first year in MMed 1005, which is your physiology topic, because I take a portion of that as well, so we'll see each other very soon. So throughout your degree, our college works to support not only your academic success, but your growth as a future health professional who will serve the community with skill, with compassion and professionalism. And you've got excellent mentors and people to look up to who are active in that professional community. Paramedicine sits at the heart of what our college stands for, and you are one of the many clinical programs that we run. And that is improving health and wellbeing, advancing evidence-based practice, and preparing graduates who one day you will be, who make a real impact. So for you today, not to give you too much information and overload, what you should, I guess, keep in your mind is that you are joining an amazing team, a very vibrant learning community. I've just spent a minute or two speaking to some year threes, and they said it was the best decision they ever made coming into paramedicine. And I cannot say that I've heard anything different from any paramedicine student or graduate. So I think that's a really reassuring as you're coming into the degree. So being part of such an amazing group, what I'd like for you to take from that is that you're part of a very supportive community. So your topic coordinators, your course coordinator, your discipline lead, the dean, myself as teaching program director, are all here to support you, and you should feel free to reach out to any one of us. All of our details are on the Flinders webpage, and you shouldn't feel afraid or anything to reach out to us. Of course, you start with your TCs and work up. But we are all here for you. So we're very pleased to have you with us. I wish you the very best as you begin your studies, and I hope that you find this program challenging, rewarding and inspiring. So welcome to the college and welcome to Paramedicine. Thank you.
Thank you, Vula. I would now like to welcome our next speaker, the course coordinator, Shannon McFarlane. Sorry? Oh, I need to flick this along. What do you want me to do?
Hello everyone and welcome to Paramedicine for 2026. We are so excited to have you all here today. I have met many of you already in the manual handling practical sessions that have been held over the past 3 weeks, but for those I haven't met yet, I'm really looking forward to working with you. So I'm the course coordinator of the Bachelor of Paramedicine. So as Vola mentioned, Paramedicine sits within the College of Medicine and Public Health, which with Flinders University, the overarching, obviously, university. So 3 delivery methods. So you're here as part of the BParam program here at Bedford Park, but what you may not know is we also offer a regional program for students in regional SA and a Northern Territory program for students through the NT corridor. So you may see those topic codes throughout your journey, and that's what that relates to. A little bit about registration. You'll hear throughout your journey here with us around the professional capabilities for registered paramedics and APRA. So paramedicine is a registered profession under APRA, and we've got strict guidelines that we have to work under within this profession, and they're embedded throughout your study here in the Bachelor of Paramedicine. My role as course coordinator looks at program delivery, so I work closely with our teaching program director around assessment and course quality. I'm also the liaison between ambulance services, so typically SA Ambulance and St John NT, the liaison for students and college executive as well. You can come and meet with me regarding degree progression, so I can help with credit applications or study plans and support if you're just not sure where you want to go with things or you need to drop to part-time. So any of those sort of issues, you can certainly come to me in my role as course coordinator, so I can help you with that. I also take care of issue resolution, so around professional behaviours, academic integrity, and any registration-related issues, so that relates to our APRA accreditation. So some tips from me to get you started and to make sure you're really successful with your study is make sure you engage with your topic coordinators really early. So don't leave things to the last minute. Reach out. We've got a lot of supports in place that you can access. So really engage with us and we can help you on that journey. You need to meet expectations as well. So it's not, something you can just turn up and do 1 hour a week with paramedicine. You really need to be honest with yourself. Are you putting the work in? And you'll get the rewards. So treat it like a full-time job if you are enrolled in a full-time capacity. Arrive early for classes. We want to prepare you for the profession. Okay, so if you turn up to a shift 10 minutes late, that's extremely problematic. So get into the practice now of turning up to your classes on time and making sure that we can get those classes started nice and early. Really important one, and one of my major tips is please do not book travel during teaching periods, exam or supplementary exam periods. Okay, you don't know if you're going to need a supplementary and there's not a lot of room to move, so really be mindful, check the dates before you plan holidays because we're really not flexible with some of those dates. If you miss 5 or 6 weeks of curriculum delivery, especially with practical topics, you will fall behind on those practical skills and they're really difficult to catch up. Hopefully you've all gone to Corporate Image to order your uniform so far, so I really want you to start thinking about wearing your uniform now with pride. Okay, your reputation here at Flinders starts now, and especially out there on placement. So you're the representation for the university, but also potentially parading yourself as, your potential employer. So making sure you do put that uniform on with pride. Your clinical placement compliance, I'm sure you've all heard about that. The placement deadline, the compliance deadline was last week. So for those that haven't met that, the placement team has obviously been in contact with you, and there's some things that are in place to make sure we can catch those students up who have missed manual handling. But if anyone has any questions about the placement compliance, you can catch me after the session today and we can certainly have a chat, or any questions at all. If you see me around, just reach out and I'm more than happy to help you. So all the best with your study for 2026. I'm really excited to have you on board, and just know that we're here to support you through your journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon. I'd now like to introduce Associate Professor Andrew McKink.
Good day, everyone. That's me. Welcome to Flinders and welcome to the best program at the university. Certainly you've applied for this, so you thought we were the best. Paramedicine is an interesting thing because it's not a job, it's a passion, and it's something that if you really enjoy doing it, you'll never work a day in your life. However, during your student time, you are going to have to do some work. And there's a couple of things I'd just like to highlight. The first thing is balance. Professor Lawson mentioned fun, some of the other stuff mentioned fun, but it really is a balance between party, which is something that students do, we know that, study, and you time. So you need to study, you probably need to party, but you definitely need to spend time on yourselves. And it's really important that if you are having any issues, that you access the university support systems earlier rather than later. Because generally at the beginning of the year, you'll find 3 things in my office. The first thing you'll find is empathy. There's quite a lot of that. The second thing is advice. There's quite a lot of that. And if neither of those works, there's tissues. There's quite a lot of those. However, later in the year, the challenge comes is that we all suffer from empathy fatigue. It's well documented in emergency services, but the time for empathy at the end of the year is pretty much over. The time for advice is too late, and the tissues are probably finished. So please, if you're having issues, engage with the team. It is my absolute privilege to work with the team that I do. They're a group of excellent, committed, and passionate educators, and this is a teamwork. If you are half as committed as they are, I can guarantee you that you'll do really well on this course. This is one of those courses where input and output are not exactly congruent. Because if you put 1 in and the lecturers put 1 in, it becomes one of those 1 + 1 = 3, in that you will become a paramedic. And that's your ultimate goal. And as Shannon mentioned, some of you may end up going part-time. Some of you may also decide that this isn't for you, and that's also okay. But always keep the end goal in sight. Please also attend your classes. There's a direct correlation in all educational literature that people who go to class normally pass. People who don't go to class sometimes are not that good at passing. But at the end of the year, when you become a borderline student, I'm hoping none of you will be there, and it's, oh yes, in March there was that one day when the lecturer wasn't there, and that's why I didn't submit this one little assignment, and that's the reason I failed. It's very difficult for us to take that forward. So attend the classes, attend the tutorials. If you don't attend tutorials specifically, I think the Darwin people are there. If you don't attend tutorials, you can expect to get an email from me. Quite a strongly worded email, because it really, really is important. Enjoy your time at Flinders. Enjoy your time in our classroom. Enjoy your time on the road. And I'd just like to highlight what Shannon said. Today is the day you start writing your CV. The way you wear your uniform, the way you interact on placements, the way you interact in the classroom is what makes you a successful student, but also prepares you for a successful career. So all the best. Some of you will have some to do with me. I don't lecture onto the undergrad, so you probably won't see a lot of me, but you will see me. Hopefully because you've done very good things. That's when I like to see students. But have fun, enjoy your time here, and all the best.
Thank you, Andrew. So our next part of today is to meet our topic coordinators for your first semester. So here they are on the screen. I might as well kick things off. So again, James, you've already met me. I'm the topic coordinator for Introduction to Paramedic Practice for Para 1000. So it's your very first hands-on topic. By completion of this topic, you'll be able to demonstrate some safe and effective management of a patient in cardiac arrest to an advanced life support level 1, which might not mean an awful lot yet, but it will in coming weeks. You'll also be able to demonstrate a number of foundational paramedic skills as well, starting next Friday. It's also your first taste of, I guess, real hands-on experience as well, where you'll be undertaking clinical placements with either SA Ambulance or St John Northern Territory. So as Shannon spoke about before, make sure your compliance is all sorted. And if it's not, make sure you're getting it sorted, because until that's happening, we can't get you on road. Beautiful. And a reminder, our first lecture is actually at 4 o'clock next week, prime time. But 4 o'clock here in this lecture theatre. We'll see you there. So I'd like to hand over now to Dr. Helen Harrison.
Thanks, James, and hello, everybody, and welcome to Paramedicine. So I'm Helen Harrison. I'm the topic coordinator for MMed 1005, How Your Body Works. Essentially, the topic's an introductory topic, introduction to anatomy and physiology. As the name suggests, the idea is that we're teaching you a bit about how your body actually works. So it is around being foundational physiology, so it's more how things work in good health, how things work kind of normally, versus how things work when things are not going well, and the cases that you will likely see as you start moving out into the profession of being a paramedic. So it's essentially about preparing you so that when you do start going into your para topics, your pathophysiology topics, you understand that foundational basis about how things should work, and that helps you then start understanding what happens when things go wrong. It's a large topic, there's lots of students in it, so if you're finding that the workshop that you wanted to register into is full, keep an eye on those class registrations, because it's likely some spots will open up in the first few weeks. There's lots of content that we go over, but you'll be well supported. There's loads of opportunities to ask for questions, loads of extra kind of resources and things that you can access. And I think that's all I need to say. I will just also say I'm also the course coordinator for the medical science programs. I say this every year. It's a bit cheeky. Apologies, Shannon. But if paramedicine doesn't work out, you could come across to medical science. And I'll pass you back to James.
Cool. Thanks, Helen. I'd now like to introduce Isabella Caldwell for Para 1007.
Cool. Hello everyone, my name is Isabella Caldwell. I'm the topic coordinator for Para 1007, which is Contemporary Approaches to Lifestyle Management. So for your 3-year degree, all your topics will be centred around the patient, making sure that you can look after a patient as a clinician. But in my topic, it's all about you as a clinician as well as a person. So over the course of the degree, I really want to focus on you guys, and I really want to make sure that the purpose of this course is to ensure that we have a good sense of well-being and resilience so you can go out into your career as a paramedic student and as a paramedic, because, as you know, we've got a lot of challenges that you might need to face and overcome, and so we need to bolster our well-being as much as possible before getting into the job. So our workshops and lectures are all evidence-based and hopefully a lot of fun. So I look forward to meeting you all next week, and I'll see you all there.
Cool, thanks, Izzy. So Jane Harford from Health 1306 sends her apologies today, but she has sent us a video to introduce herself and the topic as well.
Hello, good afternoon to all of you who are new to the Paramedicine program. My name is Jane Harford and I'm the topic coordinator for HLTH 1306, Understanding Health and Illness and Health and Social Care in Australia. First, I'd like to apologise for not being here in person today. I'm at City Campus welcoming the health science new commencers there. HLTH 1306 is a topic that introduces you to factors that affect health and also to the Australian healthcare system. These are important bits of knowledge that will help you to develop skills that will be useful to you in your future profession, as they'll contribute to you being able to provide the best possible care. And we'll also spend some time talking about the fact that as you move through your studies, you will be developing an identity both as a user and a provider of services, and we'll start to talk about some of the tensions that might arise from that dual identity. I'm guessing by now that Jared has already said wear your paramedic uniforms with pride, and I would say we would love you to wear them to class. if for no other reason than it helps us to learn your names and find out who you are. There's plenty of ways that you can get in touch with me if you have any questions about the topic. On the flow page there is information about the topic email address, hlth1306@Flinders, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. It's always better to get in touch early than to wait until you're really in a pickle before you seek help or answers to questions. That's enough from me. I look forward to meeting some of you throughout the semester, and I hope you have a fabulous start to your studies at Flinders. Bye for now.
Thanks, Jane. Cool, so now you've met our topic coordinators, our course coordinators from Lead, TPD. We're now going to introduce you to some of your fellow peers. So, quite unique in this course in that we have what we call a peer mentor and peer educator program. You've mostly met a lot of our peer mentors and some of our educators outside already who have kindly led you around Sturt campus. So we're just going to hear from Kyra and Nicola about the peer mentor program first, and then we'll hear from Nisha and Ollie about the peer educator program as well. So thanks, guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Kyra and this is Nicola, and we're third year students that are part of a larger team of peer mentors. It doesn't feel like that long ago that we were sitting exactly where you are. The transition to the Paramedicine program, or just university life in general, is thrilling, yet can also be challenging, and therefore as peer mentors we're essentially here to help bridge the gap.
This is my second year helping out in the program, and I couldn't be excited to meet and work with all of you. The peer mentor program is, in my opinion, one of the best things about studying at Flinders. Our role is almost as a go-between for students and tutors, where your first point of contact for all things support related, getting you situated and comfy at uni, to educational help. When I was in first year, I was super overwhelmed and likely would not have had half the success that I had without the guidance of my own mentor, who even 3 years later I still chat to today.
You'll meet with us weekly from weeks 1 through 6 of the semester. Whether it's reminding you to complete your compliance, showing you our favourite study spots on campus, or running a practice scenario in the simulation rooms, we've got you covered. Just 2 years ago, when I was sitting exactly where you are, I came in knowing nobody. My peer mentor group gave me my first friends, and my peer mentor gave me guidance and a friendly face around campus. We know what it's like to sit where you are right now. Ask those questions, because we've probably been there and done that ourselves.
We are here to help, so don't be shy, reach out. If you haven't already, you'll likely hear from your mentor in the coming days, so just keep an eye on your email. And finally from us, congratulations again guys. This is such an exciting time, such an exciting thing, and I hope you love the degree as much as we all have. We look forward to meeting you all.
Hello everyone, Ollie and I are two of your peer educators for this year, and we would love to warmly welcome you to the Paramedicine degree for 2026. You'll see us peer educators in your clinical practical classes supporting you alongside your tutors, so I believe that's for Para 1000 and also Para 1007 for this semester. We have been in your position before. We know the pressure of clinical exams, learning how to run scenarios by yourselves or within a group, and trying to remember every step that comes with it. Our role is to create a safe, supportive space where you can ask questions, practice, make mistakes, and build confidence.
Having peer educators cultivates the learning experience within the classroom by ensuring that there is always either a tutor or a peer educator available to you to ask questions, advice or tips and tricks once you break off into smaller groups within the prac class. We understand how overwhelming it can feel at the start, as we were exactly in your position a year ago today. But just know that there is always support available to you, and all of us peer educators endeavour to support you all to the best of our abilities.
So in my first year, my peer educators had a huge impact on me. I came from a theory-based degree from psychology, and adjusting to paramedicine, this course, I found combines heavy theory with hands-on clinical skills that could be quite overwhelming at times. Practicals often felt daunting, and sometimes it was hard to get the guidance I needed from my tutors in a busy class. So having peer educators who understood that pressure, was happy to re-demonstrate skills in the classroom, and answered my endless questions helped me move from feeling uncertain to feeling capable.
Like Nisha, the peer educating team also had a significant impact on my learning last year. Coming into the degree straight from high school was for sure a big transition. The higher levels of independence and self-motivation required, combined with trying to learn both practical and theoretical skills, was quite the challenge. However, speaking with like-minded individuals who were also fresh high school graduates was extremely motivating, as it gave me the reassurance to know that it was possible.
One thing that we all ask that you can take away with you today is that this degree moves quite quickly and is constantly evolving. So we ask that you lean on each other, adapt quickly, ask those silly questions, and step outside your comfort zone. Your hard work and perseverance are a rewarding outcome.
We look forward to meeting all of you this afternoon and throughout the coming weeks. Feel free to approach us at any time with any questions you may have.
And we both wish you the best of luck as you begin. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Nicola, Kyra, Nisha, and Ollie. Beautiful. So next up today, I would like to introduce Melissa Suckley from the Student Success and Wellbeing Advisor, and how she can assist in students.
Thank you.
Click the next button.
Thank you. I know I'll click through. Hi everyone, how you going? Welcome to Flinders. It's lovely to see you all. My name is Mel and I'm Student Success and Wellbeing Advisor for the College of Medicine and Public Health and the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. My role is a little bit of a catch-all, so if you ever feel stuck, stressed, overwhelmed or unsure, you can come and have a chat with me and I'll try and link you to information or people or resources or supports. I've been doing this role for almost 3 years, so I hope you'll indulge me. I've put together 5 top tips based on conversations that I've had with students over the last little while, and I hope that they'll help you as you transition into this course in the coming weeks. So tip number 1 is to get clear on what's expected and to ask early. So you may find next week, the week after, you come across something, you don't know what your week is expecting of you, you don't know what the assignment is expecting of you, you don't know what an online resource means. I would encourage you to put your hand up and ask early and make sure that you understand what's coming. Clarity will reduce your stress, it will boost your confidence and it will help your learning. Tip number 2 is to plan your study time and protect it. I'm sure that Shannon and James have already referenced some of this, but if you're doing a full-time load for topics, we generally recommend about 8 to 10 hours per week per topic. So for full-time, that's a 40-hour study week. If you're also working, if you're working part-time, let's say 20 hours, that's a 60-hour week before you add in any sleeping or eating or fun time. So what I would encourage you to do is write it on a piece of paper, stick it on your fridge, put it in your phone, create a schedule, block out times where you're sitting down and studying. Your future self will thank you. And also protect them. Don't negotiate them away for things that are a lower priority than wanting to be a paramedic. If it doesn't align with your goals and your values, then say no to it and focus on what's your priority in that moment. Tip number 3 is to start tasks before you feel ready. Often getting started is the hardest part. So I would say open an assignment, create a document, write some dot points. Small actions will build momentum. And then when you're sitting in front of your laptop at 11 o'clock the night before an assignment's due, you will thank yourself for having got it started earlier. I've been there. I've sat there the night before an assignment's due and wished I'd started it weeks earlier. Don't be me. Tip number 4 is to stay connected, so don't study alone. Many brains makes light work, so use the people in this room. Get to know each other, form study groups, attend your classes, ask your teachers questions. If you're doing anything through online forums, post in discussion boards and reach out when you're not sure. And go back to tip 1 to get clear on what's expected. And my final tip is to look after your well-being. So this is a really busy course. Sleep, movement, food, breaks and self-kindness will all make this course a lot easier. So if you're having a crappy day, if you get an assignment result you're not expecting, if you go to a clin lab and it doesn't go the way you thought, be kind to yourself. Go home, have a cup of tea, call your mum, have a chat about it, talk to your friends, and then pick yourself up, do something nice and come back and start again. And in terms of all of those things, how I can support you is that I can assist you, as I said, to link in with everything at Flinders. This is a really busy place. There are lots of places you can go for answers. There are a lot of things you can reach out to. So if you feel at all like you're wobbling, going off track, and you need some support around planning your study or motivating yourself or connecting to some learning skills, I can support you with that. I can help you navigate the systems that are here at the uni, of which there are many, and I can also connect you with other services. Oftentimes I'm talking to students who have come across some type of challenge, something's happened in their world that takes their priority away from their studies, and that's okay, we know that's going to happen. But if you need some support to get back on track and to reconnect with your studies, I can support you. I can link you in with counselling, I can link you in with wellbeing support, financial support, accommodation support. There's so much support. So come and have a chat with me. Now, how do you talk to me? You can book an appointment, so you can scan the QR code that's here on this website, or you can go to our website on the QR code on the slide, link to the website. I'm at STIR on Tuesdays. I'm at Flinders Medical Centre 3 Wednesdays out of the month. I'm at the Student Hub Mondays and Thursdays. I can also do phone appointments and online MS Teams appointments, so very available to you. I'm at City Campus every 3rd or 4th Wednesday, but I don't think you'll ever be at City unless you live out that way and want to use those facilities, of which you can. I would finally say that there's a couple of times when you might hear from me when you're not expecting to. So in 3 weeks, you're going to get a text message that says, "How's life going at Flinders? Reply for support." That comes from the team that I'm in. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything to do with being a student here at Flinders, reply to that text and we will get back in touch with you as quickly as we can. There's only 3 of us. It might take us a couple of days, but we will get in touch. And then throughout the semester and throughout the year, if at any time you disclose something to your teachers, or if something happens and you're maybe not as present as you were, James, Shannon, the other paramedic teachers, they might reach out to me and say, "We're a bit worried about this person, can you reach out to them?" So don't be alarmed if you hear from me and you weren't expecting to. It's just because someone's noticed something and they're worried about you. You can always tell me that you're fine and to go away. And I'm happy for you to do that, but if you do need any support whatsoever, please come and have a chat with me. Any questions? No? Have a great rest of the day, have a great first few weeks. If you see me around campus, feel free to tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey Mel, can we have a chat?" Very happy to answer questions about things that are going badly or things that are going really well. So yeah, good luck.
Thank you, Mel. I'd now like to introduce our next speaker, Alicia, who's from the Jungarinthi Student Engagement. Talk to you about that.
Hi everyone and welcome. Thank you, James. My name's Alicia. I'm a Ngarrindjeri woman from the Murraylands region in South Australia. I'm also the Senior Indigenous Student Success Officer at Jungarinthi. So I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we're meeting today on the lands of the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and those emerging. I also recognise their continuing connection with waters, culture and land, and I extend that to any First Nations people in the room today or those joining us online. I also feel very grateful to be able to work and live and raise my 2 boys on this beautiful country, Kaurna country. So what is Jungarinthi? Jungarinthi is a name that was gifted to us by Kaurna elders, meaning to impart knowledge, to communicate and to inform. We are a student centre and we support all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students studying at Flinders University. So the team is made up of ISSOs, Indigenous Student Success Officers. We've got Kellyanne Brown, who is based in Darwin, so she supports students in Darwin or those online, and then I'm the support officer for students studying here at Bedford Park. So the Yungarinthi Student Engagement Team provides support throughout the student life cycle. So from pre-enrolment advice throughout your studies, graduation and into the workforce. Just on the slide here, I've just listed some of the ways in which we support students. We've got a Yungarinthi tutorial program, so students have access to supplementary tutoring. We've also got a Deadly Study Skills program, and our Deadly Study Skills advisors provide academic support. It's very broad academic support, whereas the tutoring is very content specific. There are opportunities to become ambassadors. We run a bunch of engagement, student lunches throughout the year. We've got elders on campus. It's always really wonderful when students are able to connect with them, particularly around the storytelling, and they're just, full of knowledge and wisdom, and very lucky to have elders on campus. We assist with financial support, scholarships. We run a bunch of cultural activities as well throughout the year. And I'm just going to touch on talk about our spaces. So we do have culturally safe spaces for First Nations students. They provide a supportive environment. They're a place where students can come to feel safe, whether it be, and also for quiet study, collaborative work, tutoring, and it's just a nice area for students to come to as well. So we have a culturally safe space on Sturt campus, so it's in room S214. I'll be working from the Sturt room throughout the week as well. And then we've got a space in the hospital, so in Flinders Medical Centre. We've got a space on the main campus, so the Tilbrookie Student Lounge. And we've got a space in Darwin. One I forgot to include on the slide is City Campus. We've also got a space there. And that is it from me. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Alicia. So our next guest I would like to introduce is Amy from the Sport and Fitness team.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amy. I'm the club manager at the Flinders Uni Sport and Fitness back up at Bedford Park. So I'll just keep this quick. I've been told I've got 5 minutes, but I've got a 15-minute prezzo, so let's speed through it. Do I just click there? Right, perfect. Okay, so I just want to quickly run down about the facilities if you haven't seen it before. 5-minute walk up the road. We've got lots of different levels, a bit of a rabbit warren. From the outside, I'd have to say it's probably the ugliest building. However, inside, fully renovated now over the last 3 years, and it's an exciting place to train and keep yourself active during the day, especially in between lectures. So level 1, we've got a full 24/7 weights room. This was renovated about 2.5 years ago, brand new equipment, flooring, lighting, painting. Level 2 just got done last year. We've added sled tracks and new techno gym equipment. So very high tech to keep yourself fit and active. Group fitness studio, we've got mezzanine reformer, Pilates, cycle, bunker and strength conditioning room, and we've got a spelling error, but don't look too closely. Okay, so weights room. So I just thought I'd show you some images of what it looks like today. And then this is our new cardio. So we've got the sled track in there. So on the space, on the left, you can see a bit of a HIIT training. I haven't got the full picture image for you. We've now added 24/7 HIIT workouts on the screens. So at any point, you can go there, say 2:15, 3:15, 4:15, anytime, PM, AM. There will be a new workout that goes on the screen for about 30 minutes. It's just HIIT, and all of the equipment is there for you provided. So if you're losing motivation or you just need something to follow, that is a really great way to keep yourself active. The new techno gym equipment is very high tech. You can, if you're a runner and you run, say, Seacliff to Brighton and back, you want to simulate that on the treadmills, it will, if you've linked your Technogym app with your Garmin or Strava, you'll be able to put that onto the treadmill and recreate that run that you just did. So there's some really cool things with the Technogym cardio that we've just put in. I'll move along to the ladies only gym. So this is a bit more a quieter space. It is for, again, 24/7. We host classes in here now and then. A very popular one is women in weights. If you're new to weights, this would be a good class for you to attend. And as you can see, the screens at the top as well, we also have that 12:30 every hour. So 12:30, 1:30, 1:30. And again, workout specific up there for you to show you a workout you don't have to think about. You can just go in there and start following it. So that's a nice way to stay motivated as well. As you all know, you do need to weight train. Very important to look after your bodies, especially doing paramedics. So we'll talk about that a little bit further. Just so you know, we've also got a brand new cycle studio in there as well. Again, brand new Technogym bikes and a very beautiful group fitness room where we host mat Pilates, yoga, Zumba classes, lots of fun activities in that room, including Les Mills programs for those that know about that. So body pump, body attack, core classes. We also have a recovery space, so this is a lovely area to be chilling out in, infrared sauna, compression pants. We've just added hip attachment for the compressions as well, and massage chair, which is a really nice thing to do to zone out when you need a break. If you don't have this as part of your membership, you can just do a casual as well if you just feel like relaxing the legs if you've done a hard leg session. So it's only $10, so lots of different things you can do casually. Okay, this one I would highlight for you guys. I think strength and conditioning training is really important for you. This is a specific coach-led group session. So we have this at 6:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Small groups are normally between 5 and 15 people per class, with an instructor who is strength and conditioning qualified to give you the correct technique and show you how to move your body well. Once you're moving it well, you'll be able to move in daily life a lot better and safer. We also have introduced Reformer Pilates with a brand new studio as well. For those of you that don't know much about it, you need to do it. It is the most amazing class for muscle imbalance and especially for core strength. So looking after your spine, also just looking after injury prevention, so especially through your back. A very good workout for you to do. Also just for the mind as well. It's just one of those workouts where you feel physically good but also mentally really good too. This one is our most popular class. So this one, because it is so cheap, students get a very cheap membership with Reformer Pilates. So looking out, I'll go through prices with this at the end, but we limit booking in advance, so it's 10 days in advance, and we have a strict cancellation policy purely because it is such a very popular class for us. We offer free weight programming, so every student can have free weights to support every single month. Are you just losing motivation or are you just not feeling confident? We have trainers that can take you through either the ladies only gym or the main gym as well. Memberships. So you guys get discounts, SAF funded, so it's $7.95 a week. So that is unlimited access 24/7 to weights, cardio, group fitness classes. So this is a really nice cheap way. It's no contract, so you're not locked into anything. You can cancel any time. You just need to give us 2 weeks' notice. Cancellation forms all on the website, very easy to use. As you can see down the bottom, we have different tiers. So we've got a silver, which is if you wanted the recovery space, or if you wanted, say, bunker workout, which is that strength and conditioning. We then have the silver reformer, which is the next tier up, and then we go into the gold. So $22.95 gives you access to everyday infrared sauna, compression pants, Pilates, bunker, all of the above. So that is a weekly price. And that is it. We've just got strict conditions with rules and etiquette. Always have to train with a towel, fully clothed shoes, and basically just letting you know that our peak period is between 5 and 7. So if you can train during the day, it would be much better for you. We offer clubs as well, so lots of different sporting clubs that we have. If you want to get involved in the community, meet like-minded people, we've got lots of sports that you can get access to. We also have Unisport Nationals, a massive event. This year it's in Perth. So normally we take between 30 and 60 students across there to compete in your unique sport, one that you love. We will be holding trials very soon for the teams to get selected. So if you're interested, head to our website and you can follow the link on there to show your registration of interest. We, as University, Flinders University, compete against other universities. That used to be a big deal, not so much now. So we will go against Adelaide University and we'll create different teams and we all have a day competing. So it's a lot of fun. So, for example, it might be a badminton day. You pay $10 entry fee, you get a T-shirt and we head into town, or we host it and we just have a day of competition. So it's lots of fun during that. If you're an elite athlete, we offer, SAF funded, 60 athletes a full year scholarship to strength and conditioning training for elite athletes. So if that is you, you can go to our website and apply online, and that will be held in our bunker, and you get 4 sessions a week with 2 coaches per session. Wellness activities we look after, so we do lots of ice baths throughout the year, yoga, Pilates during the hub, just lots of different activities in general wellness. We also have physio, massage, nutrition, exercise, physiology on campus up there as well. City to Bay. Massive event. We get sponsored by Medibank. The first year we launched this was 2 years ago. We had 176 students. Last year we went to 316. Huge event. If you're looking at doing City to Bay, don't do it direct with them. If you book with us, it's not loaded just yet. We're just finalising a few things. But you get $20 discount, you get a free singlet, you get free breakfast at the end, and you get free massage at the end. You get your free online training program, and you get free running programs throughout Bedford Park and City Campus. So watch this space for that. And that is it. If you want to know any more, you can scan that QR code. It makes you sort of go into like an online account where you can see all the things that we offer. In there, you'll be able to see where memberships are to join or to look at different prices. You'll also be able to go in there to book City to Bay. You'll be able to go in there to book an ice bath or a compression pant. So anything that just opens up the doors basically to see what else we offer. And also just any sport events that we do as well. So we've launched pickleball, so that's coming. And so watch this space. So that's it. Thank you for having me.
Good job. Amazing. Thank you very much, Amy. I would now like to introduce our next speaker, Emily, from the Flinders Uni Health Counselling and Disability Services.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. My name's Emily Mear. I'm a social worker. I'm one of the counsellors at Flinders University Health Counselling and Disability Service. So I'll just take about 5 minutes of your time to let you know about what health and wellbeing services are offered within this space. So some of you may know how hard it can be to get bulk billed GP services these days. So as a Flinders Uni student, you can attend the medical service, which is located out at Bedford Park. In the student centre, there's a team of, I think we've got about 4 GPs at the moment and 2 clinic nurses, open during the week, 9 to 5. The staff there provide health screening, including pap smears, skin checks, STI screens. There's people are often attending for blood tests, especially in the lead up to placements and needing immunisations and so on. Vaccinations, big one for you guys as well. Referrals to specialists. International students can use their OSH insurance to access free healthcare. And telehealth is only available for patients if you've had an in-person appointment prior in the last 12 months, but otherwise you can have telehealth. That's our main number there at the bottom to book. I'll have some flyers and cards with all the numbers in the stalls downstairs after today. SA pathology is present in our service in the mornings, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. You don't need to book. Just come along and take a number and wait for your turn. This is the part that I'm involved in. So we have a team of counsellors. Most of us now are social workers. Students are eligible for a handful of sessions. It is short-term counselling. If students need anything longer term, we really aim to support you to find that in the community. But if you would like to attend to see one of us, it's free, confidential counselling. You do need to book. We can support you with any personal or mental health issues, often talking about relationships, grief, confidence difficulties, procrastination's a big one, anxiety or depressive symptoms. Students often come to us around challenges with placement and managing the demands of that, as well as their study and work commitments. It's very solution focused, and as it says, they're short term. Appointments are available Monday to Friday, and we can see you in person. We can have a phone session or via Teams, and that's up to you. I provide counselling once a week at Sturt, face to face, so that might be more convenient for you. And we have a small team of duty counsellors, and they do the important work of responding to more immediate issues and concerns, and also to students who are making inquiries about the counselling. So to book, you can either go to the online booking form on our website, or you can call that same number as for the doctors, and then you receive a call from one of the duty workers to just check out that we're the right fit for the issues that you want to discuss, and then to make an appointment at a time that suits you. Find out if you have a preference for gender of the counsellor and a day that would suit you best. As I mentioned, it is confidential. It's very separate to the academic side of the university. There are, of course, some exceptions around safety to confidentiality, but it's really important to us that you feel safe to come and talk about difficulties or issues. So we do maintain that confidentiality. And it is free. I don't know if it's relevant, but we do have a counsellor based in the Northern Territory at our Darwin campus. Ask me about that later if it's relevant. We offer workshops and groups. One of my colleagues, Chris, does some really great work in this space, and I've got flyers downstairs for anyone interested. So there's a mindfulness program, 5-week program, Mindfulness for Academic Success, run from Oasis at Bedford. There's also a specific ADHD group, which is a 10-week program, very popular, but you can go on a wait list. And there's a program called Studyology, which teaches strategies around managing procrastination. So if you want to know more about this space, there is a Better You website with blog posts that one of our team members, Gareth, who's an e-mental health officer, he does a lot of work writing and updating that space. So please follow that. Part of our service is the Disability Advisory team. So any students who are studying at Flinders with disability can access their service and apply for an access plan, which can provide some accommodations for you as a student. They also provide ongoing support, advocacy and information. And it's both physical or mental health conditions. So you can see a whole range of things there that students will obtain support for or get an access plan. We have an equal opportunity and sexual violence area in our team to respond to students in the resolution of complaints in relation to bullying, discrimination, harassment, victimisation. And if you need more information ever about this, please just call that main number and you'll be able to speak to one of the duty counsellors or the equal opportunity advisor. The uni also has an out-of-hours crisis line because obviously my colleagues and I aren't available 24/7. So it's really important to know that this out-of-hours crisis line is available when we're not there. So from 5 p.m. until 9 a.m. in the morning, and on weekends and public holidays, Flinders students can call that 1300 number listed there, or there's a text line. Our team does get notified of any contact so that we can follow up and check in with students the next day if needed. I think that's all. So be happy to meet any of you downstairs if you've got the time and you want some further info. I hope you have a great year.
Thanks, Emma. Thank you, Emily. Well, guys, you're over halfway. Got a few more talks to get through, some important stuff, and then we'll be able to explore downstairs, okay? So our next speaker is Angela from FUSA, who you may have met already downstairs.
Hi everyone. I hope everyone's still awake and keen to hear more speaking. I'll try and whiz through this really quickly. I'm from FUSA, obviously, so as you can tell by my orange top. So we present a whole range of different services and activities. Essentially, our aim is to create a really welcoming and lively campus for students, as well as offering different kinds of support for academic advocacy, financial counselling, and other general supports in the kind of student space with issues that students often find themselves in. So, in terms of student representation, FUSA is governed by a student council, and they direct the priorities of FUSA each year. So, council is elected by students every year in Sem 2. So, in September, October, you start seeing comms around that start flying. Any student can get involved with that, and then, of course, once candidates are selected, every student can vote as well. We also have student reps, so you may know of student reps already, but essentially academic reps provide a voice for their peers and perform a vital role in ensuring students have a meaningful say in decisions that affect them. If you're interested in learning more about the student rep program, you can scan the QR that's on the screen. There's more information about that online, and you can also register to become or inquire about becoming a student representative for your course as well. Student advocacy. So the advocacy and welfare team assists students with a range of different academic and financial related issues. Service is available to all students free of charge and is independent and confidential. So whether you're dissatisfied with a grade or having an issue with a particular class or a course in general, or if you're struggling to make financial ends meet, this can particularly happen during placement for some students, we are a good point of contact for those issues. So you can either look us up online, go to our website and then book an appointment that way if you ever need us, or you can pop into our main office at Bedford Park as well if you ever have any questions. We also have student clubs. So we've got over, I think it might even be close to 100 clubs now. So student clubs can be cultural, academic, community-based, spiritual, or just special interest. Clubs are a really great way to get involved, meet people, and also develop other skills if you're interested in getting involved as like a club executive or starting your own club. I'll let you scan the QR code if you're interested in the club's program. I'll give you a second. Next up is events. So I'm from the events team. So we run a whole heap of different kinds of events throughout the year. So the O-Week fair days that you would have seen are led by us, the social activities for that. We also run Uni Bowl and pop up around the campus throughout the year, just handing out freebies, snacks, goodies, study materials, that kind of thing. We partner with Student Council to plan and deliver the annual events program, which means we frequently get to explore new ideas and ways to keep student life vibrant across the campuses. We also have a fantastic team of casual staff that are also students that help us deliver all the events. And we hire our student casuals toward the end of each year / start just before O-Week. Next up is our student media. So FUSA's digital, social and print media aims to highlight issues that matter to students and provide accessible info that reflects the stories and interests of the student community. You might have heard of Empire Times or ET, and that's the core student magazine at Flinders, which is produced by a team of student editors in partnership with FUSA. All content is created by student contributors, and the magazine is available both on campus and in print online. I think that's all from us. That wraps up pretty much everything. If you haven't seen our stall already, we're going to be popping up throughout the next couple of weeks as well, giving out like the 2026 diary, planners, pens and highlighters and all that kind of thing. Make sure you follow us on socials at FUSA Association. I don't know if that was actually on that slide, but there it is, at FUSA Association on everything. Thanks so much for your time. I'll let you keep going.
Cool. Thank you, Angela. Our next guest I'd like to introduce is Matt Wilson, one of our third-year students, to provide some information about the Flinders Cardiac and Critical Care Society.
Hey guys, how are we going? Good. I'm Matt, I'm a third-year student here. With me is Jacob, he's our Lord High Commander of the Flinders Cardiac and Critical Care Society, or the President, and Jade, who is our social media representative. Cool. Who's under 20? Whoa. Who's between 20 and 30? Cool. Anyone over 30? Yes, my fellow grandpas and grandmas. Very good. All right. So we've got a bunch of ages and a bunch of experiences in the room, but most importantly, who's keen to learn and do all the exciting stuff we've seen paramedics do? Yeah, me too. Cool. So, with that being said, who are we? Flinders Cardiac and Critical Care Society. We're a student-run and led society composed of medicine and now paramedicine students who share an interest in emergency medicine, critical and cardiac care. What do we do with that? So we exist to foster education, networking, provide unique experiences to like-minded individuals by hosting events, guest speakers and a variety of other activities, which we'll look at shortly, to expand opportunities for learning above what you might normally get just through uni on its own. So, did I skip one? No. Cool. So in 2025, we held 8 events throughout the year. There's a quick list of them there, I won't read them off. Some interesting ones you might know, a Careers Night, MedStar Base Tour. Is there any rural students actually here, or are they live streamed? Cool. You are not forgotten. We do have rural sections of our society, so we do events in the Riverland and Mount Gambier, I think, in the past. Yep. So if you're near those sections, you can be part of those too. I'm trying to speed run this to get through everything. Cool. Some quick photos. So that's the MedStar Base Tour. I thought I didn't get there, the handsome one. Oh well. Rural Emergency Night, that was in the Riverland, so we had the local paramedic crews there and some local hospital members working with our, at that point, only medicine students, I believe it was. Yep. And we like a few beers here and there too, so you can come and have a drink with us, if you're old enough. There's some of you, which I'm not sure. Cool. So, why join? So, events you won't get throughout your normal exposure. So the MedStar Base Tour, last year we had a cardiologist come in and do an ECG quiz. So not in first year, but in second year, you're going to do a really great topic on cardiac and ECGs. You can go there and show all the med students how much more you know than them. Regional and metro emergency care nights, and we've got a lot more coming this year. So that will be some things to look out for. Networking opportunities. So if you have an interest in this stuff and you like that pre-hospital emergency critical care side, you can meet other guys and girls in your degree who also like that. So throughout your degree, you're going to do projects and assignments that require you to team up with people. It's nice to have people that you know you gel with and have a similar interest scope with, and you can work together and meet also other people from other degrees who share similar interests, because you're going to be working together in that big health system eventually. So it's nice to know a few faces. Education and exposure to an exciting side of medicine, that pretty much covers what I've just said. You know, we are bringing you some more exposure and some more time in a space which is a really interesting part of what we're all hoping to do eventually. And the most exciting part, which you can see by Ainsley Harriet up there, it's our first year actively recruiting paramedicine students. So, because even doctors need heroes. We want you to join. The more of us in the society, the better. Currently, I am the only sad paramedic student there, so I need some friends. I'm looking at you old girls and guys. We can talk about taxes and golf and all that fun stuff we like. How much is it? It's $15, once only. So you don't have to pay every year, you just pay once, and that covers you for your whole 3-year degree. If you want to go and do medicine afterwards, unfortunately you have to pay again. So sorry. What do you get for your $15? Every time we run an event, unfortunately, it does cost us money, so you get a discounted ticket. We can't just give it all away for free, otherwise we'd collapse. Priority for competitive events. So the events like the MedStar Base Tour are a competitive event, so you must put an application in. It's a quick spiel about yourself, why you want to go on it, because they are limited to numbers. So if you're not a member and you apply, I'm not saying you won't get it, but I'm saying the guys that are members are applying in great numbers, and you're probably not going to win out there. It also gives you the ability to apply for and hold positions within the committee. All things going well, this is my last year here. If something goes awry, I'll probably stay on as a paramedic rep. Hopefully not, and I need someone to take over my spot next year and come and do this great talk. You will need a mustache this good. That's our QR code to join. So if you'll leave it on the screen for a couple of seconds. If not, we are downstairs in the dungeons and you can come see us there, and the QR code is on about 50 pieces of paper, so you can't miss it there. That is a link to our join up page, so save it as a tab, do it later, but it is there. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We post up all the pictures. There he is. There's that handsome man in the top left corner there working on the stretcher. That's me. You might recognise me from right now. We post all our events, upcoming things we're doing, committee applications, etc., etc. I think that's it. Yep, I won't go too far further. Is there any questions before I go? No, you've been great. We'll see you downstairs. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, Matt and team. Sweet. So the next speakers I'd like to introduce are from FUSPA. So different to FUSA, FUSPA, and I'll explain that in a minute. Just stand up to this side. It's a little bit better. Cheers.
Hi everyone, my name's Lila. I met a few of you out in the hallway before. I am this year's FUSPA president, and I have the rest of our committee here next to me, and one taking pictures on the camera at the front. First of all, amazing. I just want to say congratulations on getting here. It's not an easy degree to get into, and you guys have obviously put in a lot of hard work to make it here. You're going to have to continue putting in that hard work. It's not an easy degree, but it's a whole lot of fun, so welcome. So who are we? We are your Flinders University Student Paramedic Association, and we are the student body representative for the paramedic degree. So we were established in 2007, and we have over the last 19 years been the student body advocating for students to university staff, as well as providing both clinical and social opportunities. So we organise pub crawl. Some of the founding members, we actually found out in the hallway just before, are also here with us today, so there's a lot of history behind it. Another really key part of our history, which I'm going to touch on reading word for word, is our logo. So this logo, as you can see with the wolf on the front, was changed in 2022 following the passing of a previous FUSPA president. His name was Stafford Wolf. So the wolf that we have on the logo is only to honour him, but also to represent loyalty, wisdom and intelligence, which are key values of FUSPA, but are also key values of paramedicine. You will see this logo on all of our merchandise and around the university during your time here. So in terms of who we are, I'm Lila, as I've introduced myself. We've got Mary, who's our Vice President. She's not here today. And then we have Amy as our other third year rep, and she's our committee operations. In terms of our second years, we have Michael, who's our secretary. We've got Maya, who's our treasurer, and Eliza, who is our college relations. So in terms of what we do for you guys, we host a lot of clinical skills events throughout the year. We're currently working on our first one, which will be based on our cardiac arrest skills, which will be something that you guys can get involved in as you start your degree. We also do social events, so we do our balls, our pub crawls, quiz nights sometimes as well, depending on what happens. We organise some inter-organisational events, so we have a great relationship with our Australasian College of Paramedicine and some of the Country Fire Service, and we do some events throughout the year where we get involved with them and get you to work with people outside of just paramedics. We also do a bit of fundraising, so we are sponsored by Red Bull and we get free Red Bull throughout the year, but part of that agreement is that we turn up each year to their Wings for Life run, which goes towards spinal cord research. So if you guys are keen on getting free Red Bull, please sign up to that as well. We've got a link downstairs. And the other thing which we do is our internship night, which is information about getting a job. It's usually for our third years, but you guys are always more than welcome to attend and get a bit of information on what life will be like after the degree. And then we also do merchandise. So you can see us all standing here in these t-shirts. We have t-shirts, long sleeves, jumpers and hoodies. I would reckon about 90% of all paramedic students own at least one item of merch. It's something that you'll live in. It's also great to wear as an alternative to your uniform in pracs and stuff, because they can get quite dirty with placement. So it's great. You can come try stuff on downstairs if you're interested. If you're keen on being a member, it's $20 for the year. And this will get you discounted and free access to both social and clinical events. You will also get priority access to our volunteering opportunities. So we work a little bit with SA Ambulance Service and MedStar as well, and there's heaps of opportunities to volunteer. And that'll be at a first come, first served basis, with members having the priority for that. You get lots of free Red Bull. We do handouts all the time. You also go in the raffle to win 2 free tickets to the end of year ball. And so if you're keen to join, we've got the links downstairs. Come chat to us. Now, we are also looking for 3 more first years to come and join our team and be representatives for the first year cohort. This is a great opportunity to work in a team alongside other students and staff members and start to develop some skills that will be really vital for you as you enter your paramedic degree and profession. It's also lots of fun, and you get free access to all of our events, so it's a pretty good deal. If you are keen to join, we would love to have you. You can scan this QR code here today to sign up and register. You can also come downstairs and chat to us. We've got more information. And in 3 years' time, this could be you standing here. If you're keen, please sign up. And please follow us on both Facebook and Instagram. That's where we give all of our general information to all members and non-members. Come downstairs, have a chat with us. It would be great to meet you all, and thank you. Also, a quick note, the first 30 members to register today get free Red Bull. Thanks, James.
Cool. Thanks, team. All right. So our next speaker today couldn't be here in person, so they have sent us a video. So this is Emma from the Australasian College of Paramedicine, which you may have heard of before, and which James Pearce will talk about briefly shortly. But sit back and watch this video.
This is more about planting the seed so you know we exist and that's where the college comes in and really supports you. This year, we have a 2-tiered membership option for students, depending on how involved you want to be during your career. Student Connect is completely free. It's a really easy way to stay connected to the profession, start building a professional identity, and understand what's happening with your university. There's no pressure, it's just a way so you feel part of Paramedicine community from the start. Student Membership Plus is a one-stop $99 fee for your entire degree. It's for students who want a bit more. This is the option for people who want access to CPD, webinars, events, and early career support, not just after graduation, but before it. If you're already thinking ahead to graduate jobs, interviews, or what kind of paramedic you want to be, Membership Plus gives you access to learning and networking opportunities that most students don't get to later in their career. Both options are valuable, but Membership Plus is really about getting ahead, not waiting until graduation to start your professional development. This slide shows the 2-tiered option and what's included with Student Connect versus Student Membership Plus. I'd love it if you all get your phones right now, scan the QR code, and join Student Connect completely free. Then you can start looking at the options, and you can upgrade to Student Membership Plus when you feel comfortable to do so. So how does the college support you? We support students in a lot of practical ways. Learning resources, webinars, mentoring, networking, and career guidance as you get closer to graduating. We also work closely with student societies, so what's happening at university actually connects with the broader profession. A lot of people think the hardest part is university, but often the biggest challenge is the transition from student to graduate. This is where college really comes into its own. We support students as they move to the workforce, including guidance around graduate applications and interviews. We also offer early career mentoring and ongoing professional development, so you're not left figuring it all out on your own once university finishes. The idea is that when you graduate, you already have a professional home and a support network around you. In 2026, we've got some great events coming up, including the International Conference, which is going to be held in Melbourne this year. We have the Primary Care Conference, which is held in Canberra. Plus, we have loads of student and graduate webinars and training sessions. They're a great way to learn, meet new people, and see the bigger picture of the profession outside of you. The main takeaway from today is simple. University gets you qualified, but the college supports you for the long run. And we'd love to support you from the very beginning. I want to thank everyone for their time. I really appreciate the last 5 minutes. If you ever need any resources, want to get involved in any events, or just want to know where to start, please reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. My email is on this slide. If you have any more membership inquiries, you can scan that QR code and you can sign up for free, or please send me an email. Thank you all, and I hope to see you at the next events.
Cool. All right. Next, I'm going to introduce Anthea, who's one of our paramedicine tutors.
Lecturer, thank you very much. Not just a tutor. Quick, everybody shuffle it out. I saw you falling asleep. I feel in the room. We are on the home stretch, I promise. And I know that we are the only things holding you between some pizza and a fresh walk around, okay? So you've done well to hold your attention at this point, okay? Whilst you're there moving around, settling back down, take the moment to really congratulate yourselves, okay, guys? It is such an achievement to get into this course. Honestly, go home tonight, tell all your friends and family how awesome you are. Like, it is a super competitive course, and you need to reflect on that, okay? So that's all the good stuff. Now we're going to knuckle down and you're going to work hard, you know? You're going to start that next week, but we've still got a fun weekend ahead, okay? So that's cool. All right, so yes, I'm Anthea. I am one of your lecturers here, but don't worry, you won't see me for a couple of years, so you don't have to worry about that yet. I have worked here for a little bit of time, and while I don't like to reflect on how quickly time has passed and years have flown by, One thing I do like to think about is over the last 15 years that I have been here, I have met literally thousands of students and interacted with them. And I have learnt so much from the students that I have been with, had a lot of laughs, and hopefully I've taught them something, or at least a little bit along the way. But what I've found is that generally the majority of you are awesome people. You have to be, right? You signed up to come and do this course and you have some idea about what profession you're actually going to try and go ahead and do. So you're already awesome people, and I've met lots of those along the way. I'm going to talk to you today about two incredible humans that I have been fortunate enough to interact with as students, and that is Stafford Wolf and Gabrielle Hicks. Now, they were both students of mine, different times throughout the years, and they both faced challenges when they were students studying here. Different ones, different reasons, different times, but the one thing that they did have in common was some financial hardship. And to paint a picture of that, Gabe will still come up to me and tell me he remembers sitting in your seat, literally the seat. We've been doing this for, literally, this is my 14th welcome session, doing the same thing. And he heard, not James, but got told, you're going to be wearing your uniform. Next week you have a prac. You have to be in your full student uniform when you're coming into class and be professional. He sat there and squirmed. Then after the session, he quietly came to me and he said, would it be okay if I just wear my trainers for two weeks? Like 2 weeks max, I'll get some boots and I'll be ready to go. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was his budget did not extend to be able to buy some boots at that time. And he was terrified. He was like, oh my gosh, like, I just want to start my course, I want to start studying, but I'm worried about this kind of thing in the background. Fast forward quite a few years, Gabe's out there, he's graduated, he's working as a paramedic and enjoying life. Stafford's graduated working as a paramedic intern, and both of them come to me kind of separately and say, I want to give back, I want to do something back to the course that was so awesome and has set us up for this great job. And we sat down and came up with this scholarship for first year students. And so unfortunately, as we went through that process, Staff received his horrific diagnosis of terminal cancer in that process. So when it came to naming the scholarship, Gabe and I were like, well, we're going to call it this. And he, Staff, was like, absolutely not. That is terrible. I do not want to be known of anything. No ego to these guys at all. Just wanted to do goodwill in quiet. But unlucky for him, I work here and I had to do all the paperwork. So that is what the Stafford Wolf's Opportunity Scholarship is about. And I'm going to quickly play a video of Gabe being able to tell you a bit more about it.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel. I am a paramedic myself and I'm a graduate of the Flinders program back in 2016. Sorry I couldn't be there to meet you all in person, but I am here to talk to you quickly about the Stafford Opportunity Scholarship, which some of you might be eligible for. Just before I get onto that, I just did want to say congratulations firstly, getting into the course. I know it's very competitive. But much more importantly, I wanted to say to you, welcome to the ambulance family. And the reason I say that is because the ambulance community is quite unique and it's very tight-knit. And we're a community that works together very closely and we really do care about each other. And now that you're part of that family, we really do care about you as well. One little element of that is the Stafford Wolf Opportunity Scholarship, which was founded a few years ago by Staff and by myself. Staff was one of those kind of icons that you meet once or twice in a lifetime, who was really successful academically, really well respected in the ambulance community, and also just kind of loved by everyone that met him. And this scholarship is a little part of his legacy here at Flinders. So the scholarship gives a modest amount of money in semester one, which you're starting right now, to help cover some of the initial costs that you're probably facing, things like uniforms, boots, vaccinations, and it's aimed at people who are facing financial hardship or financial barriers. And we set this up because we want you to be able to focus your energy right now on your studies, not on how you're going to meet those costs. Now, if you're listening and you're thinking $500 is not that much money, that's great. You're probably not one of the people that needs it, and that's fantastic. If you instead are in the position that both Staff and I were when we began the degree, and you think wow, that would make quite a big difference in my life right now, we really want to hear from. And we understand that hardship can come in all different forms. You don't necessarily have to be on Centrelink to qualify for this scholarship. A key part of the application process is an option to write a little description or an outline of your circumstances and why this scholarship would help you. So please do apply if you need it. So where can you go for a bit more information? I will show you. Head to the scholarships website for Flinders, search for Stafford, and you find the Stafford Opportunity Scholarship and you find all the information you need there. So that's really all I have to say. Once again, congratulations, welcome to the family, and good luck.
All right, so a couple of things to say from that is please do apply. This is, intended to help you guys out, and it is coming from previous students, graduates that want to give back. And it isn't like all the means tested stuff for the Centrelink. It's not a hard process at all. Like literally go on, like what Gabe said there, and just like write the story. And we want to give out as many scholarships as we can. And another like beautiful thing that has kind of happened is in between Gabe just shooting that video and now we've been able to increase the size of the scholarship to actually $1,000. So we've got 4 scholarships that we can offer for $1,000. And part of that is, again, in the journey of the development of the scholarship, is after we'd established it, we got approached by the organisers of the O Ball, which is the Emergency Services Ball, and they are the Firefighters Association, which is the charity arm of the MFS, and Police Legacy, which is the charity arm of SAPOL. And they said, hey, do you want to be the third ambulance or the third charity part of the Emergency Services Ball? And we're like, yeah, sounds great. Yes, please sign us up. So we were able to link in with them over the last few years and really bolster the funds that we were able to get into the scholarship and provide that to you guys and increase the amount. So awesome outcome and opportunity. The thing from that very first year, staff got to come along to that, which was awesome. So we were all there and kind of sitting around. We had some of the great students come along and volunteer on the night. So some of your peer mentors have been to these O balls as volunteers helping out. It was fantastic. But Gabe and staff sat back and they were like, this is a bit odd, isn't it? Like, if you call 000, it's pretty rare that someone goes, quick, send me an employee from Flinders University. So we went, yeah, that is strange. We've got fireys, we've got police, and we've got students from Flinders. Where is the ambulance charity in South Australia to be able to make up the Emergency Services Ball? There are ambulance charities in the other states, but just not here. So, of course, they didn't just leave that be. They went about trying to establish the charity for South Australia Ambulance. Unfortunately, staff passed away a few months after that plan to do, so it got a bit on hiatus for a bit there. But then Gabe, and there's a picture there on the side there of Gabe in the middle, his partner to the other side of me, if you can see that's me in the middle there, next to Gabe, Sophie, and Stafford's widow Kirsty, the other lady in the dress, worked really hard to kind of get the ball rolling on establishing a charity. Invited, me, Sam Driver on the left there, and Jared Gilbert along for the ride to be the founding members of this charity. Super excited because it could mean that we could extend the welfare, the support, the opportunities beyond just students and particularly first year students to now all of the students in the course, all of the employees in ambulance in South Australia, so paramedics working for SAS, ambulance officers, and importantly the volunteers as well in the different organisations. So it's pretty exciting that we were able to take that and continue it. We only launched in August last year, so we're still fresh and new and baby and compared to a lot of those other charities. And so at the moment, the plan is just get our name out there. So if you can help along, the thing that I ask from you is with the young kids in the crowd, look up and subscribe to our socials, go and search us and follow us. and tell people about us. And then if you can think of ideas on how to fundraise, we could really use some ideas to kickstart it. We've been in this position before with the scholarship, started out really humble beginnings. Now that is a scholarship that's in perpetuity and will literally outlive all of us. So we know we can do it. We're just starting off from the really beginnings, so kind of excited to have you guys on board with that. One thing that I can offer you is that one of our first initiatives for this year will be a fun family day in the park, which you are all invited to. We have invited all of SAS people and all the other members that we support in our community. And I've got the word there, the main word in the middle that I assume I'm targeting you with free. So come along and grab a sausage and a can of drink and just hang out with your peers. It'd be good. We'll have done a couple of weeks at uni together. Come down on the Saturday, have a chat and see future colleagues as well. So we'll have quite a few people there from the ambulance service also having a good time. So please take that all in. I will be downstairs in one of the stalls that I'd love to have a chat to everybody. So again, congratulations. Super excited that you're here and look forward to talking to you more this afternoon. Thanks, guys.
Cool, thank you, Anthea. So I'd like to introduce James Pearce as well. He's our course coordinator for the Honours program, which we'll talk to you about shortly. But we first wanted to introduce the 4 awards that we have in the Bachelor of Paramedicine degree currently. So I'll go through those individually. So our first one, which is relevant to you guys, is the Tom Sutherland Engagement Prize. So unfortunately in July 2020, Tom passed away. He was just 31. His passion, mateship, excellence and commitment left a lasting impression on his fellow students and on the staff here at Flinders as well. So the engagement prize of $500 has been established by his family to honour his passion for being a paramedic, to encouraging paramedic students to go above and beyond to achieve their best. So it will be awarded annually to a first-year paramedicine student, so for the end of the year for you guys, who best displays and applies the passion, mateship, excellence and commitment that Tom was known for. You'll be selected by the tutors and you'll be nominated by your peers, which is also quite humbling as well. So now I'm going to pass you over to James Pearce to talk about the other 3, and then he'll introduce his honours program as well.
Thanks, James. Yes, you have to be named James to be a lecturer in the paramedicine degree here at Flinders. I'm James Pearce, and so I'm a lecturer here and also a SAS paramedic. I sat in the exact rows and seats that you're sitting in 20 years ago, and so this is my 20th year as an AMBO, and honestly I can say it is the best job in the world, so great choice to start studying. All right, so this is a little bit of information for future you when you're in 3rd year. But we do have 3 third-year prizes that it's good to know about. So the first one is called the Russell Liston Award for Paramedic Clinical Excellence. So it's named in honour of a SAS intensive care paramedic and one of our colleagues here at Flinders as well, who sadly died in an accident about 13 years ago now. So way back then we set up this award for him. And you can see the past winners of this award and the other ones on honour boards around the practical tutor rooms that you'll go to visit later. So the award is actually nominated by SAS, SA Ambulance Service paramedics, who host you during your clinical placements in 3rd year. So if you're really outstanding, they get to nominate you via an email to us with some criteria around clinical excellence. And then with some senior SAS managers and the teaching staff here, we actually then select the recipient of this award that best represents Russell Liston. You're then presented with a certificate and a $500 prize, which is donated by the Australasian College of Paramedicine. And Russell's dad actually comes along to the ceremony most years to actually shake your hand and say thank you very much for honouring Russ's legacy. So that's a good one to aim for. It looks pretty good on your CV when you go for a job to say that you're the best clinician as well. The next one, separate to the Stafford Wolf Opportunity Scholarship, which is for first year, at this stage of your studies, we also have a third year award in his Stafford's honour as well. So this is for the Paramedic Graduate of the Year. So for this one, it's a nomination from your peers. So yes, you have to be good clinically and have good academic grades and things like this, but it also is designed for people who really show courage and resilience and community engagement and support for your peers and that type of thing, and that's what the criteria are. And you can read further about all these awards on the Flow site that you've all got access to. So that's something to aim for as well. And again, a certificate and $500, which is given by FUSPAR, the student organisation. And the final third year award is the Australasian College of Paramedicine Award for Research Excellence. So in third year, in the second semester, so right at the end of your degree, you do a research focus topic, and the student who gets the highest grade gets this award. So it shows that you're pretty good at research and have a bit of capacity in that area. So again, $500 from the Australasian College of Paramedicine and a certificate, and it looks pretty good on your CV to be winning those types of awards in future. So you know about them, come and ask about them if you like, and you'll see those honour boards around the various places that you'll be studying. All right, so next up is my little talk about the honours degree. So yes, that's me, and that was a pre-COVID beard that did get down to sea captain length, so I'm still quite sad about that. I'll hold on to that photo for a long time. But yes, so what you're studying at the moment is the Bachelor of Paramedicine, which is the undergraduate entry-level qualification into paramedicine. So all these degrees and things live in a framework called the Australian Qualifications Framework, AQF. So bachelor degrees are level 7, and there's certificate 1 and 2 and all those ones, and then all the way up to PhD, which is a level 10. So honours is an AQF level 8, so it's the next advanced qualification that you can get after your straight bachelor's degree. And what it is, it's 1 year of research focused studies. So you do a research project from start to finish, but also you learn things like time management, communication, and project management, things like that. And what you essentially do is level up your career. So if you scan the QR code there, it leads to the website of the paramedicine degree here at Flinders. So why might it be useful? So you do get all those graduate qualities that I mentioned just before about research, collaboration, project management, things like that. But also, if you're looking to really level up your CV, when you apply to SA Ambulance Service, for example, if you were to be a paramedic intern in a couple of years, if you pull up that role description, so if you just search on Google right now, SA Ambulance Service paramedic intern role descriptor, you'll see that there's a desirable characteristic called extra health-related qualifications, like honours. So if you are in a pool of, let's say, 150 people, and they can only take, let's say, 100 or random numbers like that, if you've got those extra desirable criteria, you get the job over someone else, potentially. Okay, so it's a good way to level up your career. Also, if you're looking to study paramedicine for now, but perhaps Flinders Medicine is on the cards at some stage in the future, so if you want to be a medical doctor, studying honours also is an opportunity to give you a pretty good boost to your grade point average, your GPA, and you remain in the College of Medicine and Public Health reserved subquota. So it's a good way to get into the Flinders MD, and we've got a student who's done that this year as well. So if that's your eventual plans, come for a chat at some stage as well. And if it turns out that paramedicine isn't your thing, having an honours degree is a really good way to get into allied and other kind of health careers as well. So if you wanted to go for, say, a government internship where you become, work in policy or become a public servant, honours is kind of the base qualification to go for those jobs as well. It shows you've got more skills to be able to, work in that area. And it's also just great to be able to think more deeply and have a more rewarding paramedic career, because with those skills you tend to get tapped on the shoulder potentially for advanced roles in the ambulance service, like leadership and educational roles and things like that. So it's not for everybody, but if you're looking to level up your career and in your working life, it's a really good way to do that. So you can email paramedicine.honours@flinders.edu.au, or just james.pearce. They both come to me, and welcome to have a chat at any time. And really enjoy talking about research and honours. So we have a coffee and see what your plans are. Alrighty. Yes.
Thanks, JP. All right, our next and last guest is our friend in green, Amy, to talk about her experience as a paramedic.
All right, hi guys. Well done. We are almost at the end. Thanks for staying engaged. I'm just going to echo what everyone else said. Congratulations on getting into the course. It's competitive. And thanks to James for inviting me to speak. I feel like I should really quickly address the photo situation, because everyone else are very professional. If you're sat in the crowd and you're wondering, is that a photo of Amy holding a tree from the Lorax? Congratulations, you're correct. And that was the first quiz. If you're thinking, is that a photo of Amy holding a duster upside down? You're wrong, and you should be more creative. All right, so essentially I'm just here to give a contextual experience. I was in your shoes not that long ago, and where I'm at in my career now, where graduating Flinders has actually taken me. So my pathway into paramedicine was not through an ATAR. I know that some of you would be in that position. I did a year of a Bachelor of Health and Medical Science and used my GPA to come across. I completed my degree at Flinders 3 years full-time. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't challenging. There's lots of content and there's lots of practical skills to learn over the course of 3 years, but it is achievable. If I had to give advice, I'd say lots of hard work, obviously, dedication. Keep yourself accountable, help each other out, and make sure that you're across what's expected of you and when. If you do those things, you can't go very far wrong in this degree. I started with SAS pretty shortly after I finished at Flinders. So I finished at Flinders in the November, started with SAS in the January, and I did a Metro South internship just based on where I was living. It's a one-year program post finishing your degree. Flinders prepared me well for that. You do learn evidence-based practice from everywhere, not just SA. You learn interstate and worldwide guidelines and practice. But having placements in SA with SAS, kit familiarisation, knowing the guidelines really helped me go from being a Flinders graduate to working with SAS. Once I finished my internship, qualified, got a Metro West spot and working at Brooklyn Park, if that means anything, if there's any Westerners out there. When you get your epaulets to go from intern to paramedic, there's a lot of responsibility, so I took a little while to consolidate my practice and really get confident with being a paramedic on my own without my mentor guiding me. I started working for the university ad hoc, just casually, so I come in and taught tutorials, and most of your tutors in your classes will be on-road paramedics when they're coming in casually, which I think is really cool. It keeps things really fresh and current. So I did that for a bit. I joined PID as a mentor, so PID is Paramedic Intern Development Team. Essentially we are the pool floaties that you have on when you first come out on road. Your first 3 months, you have a mentor there that is there to hold your hand and help you bridge theory to practice. So I did that for a while, and that was really good for professional development, so leadership, autonomy, confidence, refining my mentorship and teaching skills, all while on-road, patient-facing, and facing challenges together with my interns. I'm currently the secondee for 5 months now. That's new. So essentially the uni extracts 2 paramedics every semester to help with content delivery and to help out the topic coordinators. Unfortunately, my name is not James, so I can't be a lecturer, but I can be a tutor, apparently. So moving from an on-road clinical space into education now, super exciting. And being back as a tutor where I studied is crazy, but also really cool. So I'll be around all semester. We're mainly helping in second and third year topics, but I will be around. Come and say hello. You'll probably spot me in the decaf getting my next coffee fix. So make sure to introduce yourself. I'm sorry that I spoke so quickly. There is a lot of faces looking at me. That's all from me. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Amy. All right, you guys have made it to the end. Well done. I very quickly wanted to introduce the other SAS, Student Administrative Services. Some of you have met them already or heard from them. They're up at main campus if you need to see them, but basically any course advice, timetabling issues, enrolment problems, these are the guys to go through. So usually through us, Flinders, or other specific email addresses, such as the one that you got on the board there. And just be clear with all your information. Cool. All right, so before I conclude the session, I just want to thank all the speakers that were here this afternoon, our stall holders who've been waiting downstairs, the college admin staff, so the SAS team who have helped, and also the technical staff as well who've set up the labs nicely for us. I'd very much like to thank the peer educators and peer mentors who've given up their time today to come and demonstrate all things Flinders to you and to help you guys navigate through university life. I'd like to thank you for attending today. I know it's been a long session, but well done. And I very much look forward to supporting you at the start of your degree. I know today is definitely overwhelming. It's an information overload. If you don't remember everything, that's fine. There's people downstairs to chat to. You can always watch this recording again, or you can come and speak to any of us. But as you sort of start this journey, I encourage you to focus on a couple of things. Be curious, make sure you're asking lots of questions, seek feedback and challenge yourself. Nominate for Sims and things like that. Be kind to your patients, to your peers, to yourself. This profession demands resilience, and resilience built through connection and support, which starts from today. And be professional from day one as well. So the habits you form now, like punctuality, preparation, communication, accountability, will shape the paramedic you become as well. Sweet. So that is all for today. If you want to scan this, you've got a chance of winning $250. So it's probably a good idea to do that. And then go out here, get some food. Hopefully it's still nice and warm. And then make your way down to the paramedic labs, which you should have been shown before, to meet our stall holders. Thanks, guys.